So it may be hard to realize, but it's been a decade since we lost the iconic talent of Whitney Houston. Now, a new screen, big screen biopic, I Want to Dance with Somebody, celebrates her life.
The executive producer of the film is the legendary music producer, Clive Davis. He discovered Houston when she was just a teenager, and I got a chance to speak to him, and it was awesome because he's launched and had the hand in bringing to light so many incredible artists. But I asked him specifically why it was so important for him to tell Whitney's story the right way.
I felt strongly telling Whitney's story in this way because the two previous films about Whitney, one was an alleged documentary, the other was a sensationalistic TV broadcast. They did not capture Whitney at all. She was not only commercially successful, she was a creative revelation. If you've not thought of her in the last year or two or three or four or more, you will remember and feel this voice was one of a kind.
Let's bring in JP Mangalindan now to talk more about Whitney and this movie. JP's an entertainment correspondent for Insider. Great to have you with us. Now, Whitney Houston, you know, no one needs the introduction, but was a larger-than-life individual, both not just in her career, but her private life. How challenging is it for filmmakers to cram, you know, what is many chapters of a multifaceted career into a quick little movie?
Sure. Well, very difficult, I would think. You know, Houston, as many people know, was an artist with the voice of a generation. You know, she released 57 singles, 2 studio albums, and the best-selling album in history, soundtrack in history with The Bodyguard. But at the same time, you know, she led a complicated life. She navigated a homosexual relationship with longtime friend Robin Crawford during a time when homosexuality was taboo in entertainment. She battled a drug addiction for decades, endured several trips to rehab, and the eventual loss of her incredible voice. That's a long-winded way of saying 2 hours and 20 minutes, pretty long for a movie, but it'll be pretty impossible to capture all the nuances of her life.
Yeah, and the movie does, I did get a chance to see it because I did it in preparation for my interview with Clive Davis, and it does hit all of those beats. And, you know, when I asked Mr. Davis about the fact that he introduced the world to not just Whitney Houston, but Bruce Springsteen and Bob Dylan and Aretha Franklin, Simon and Garfunkel, all these incredible artists, how he would place Whitney in the pantheon of those great artists. One of the things that he was very clear about was her public battles. She had an incredible voice. She was an incredible performer, but he was also, you know, he, for example, was responsible for discovering Janis Joplin, and Janis Joplin died of a drug overdose, or died as a result of drugs, and he wanted the world to understand her very difficult struggle with drugs. Here's what he told me about it when he confronted Whitney Houston before she passed away about her drug abuse.
Me, I couldn't exist with myself if I did not have a candid conversation as to what, in effect, was happening to her, and telling her how no one beats drugs, how nobody, and I reference to Judy Garland and others, you know, it's a battle you will not win.
And so Robin Crawford is portrayed in the film, the woman who Whitney early in her career had a relationship with. That's not shied away from. And the more difficult parts of her life, like the drugs and her relationship with her assistant, Robin Crawford, and even Bobby Brown. You see sort of behind the scenes what's going on there. And so I wonder, JP, if this is going to have folks reflecting perhaps differently on Whitney and her legacy.
I think so. I mean, it's, you know, Whitney came along during a very different time, you know, again, during a time in which homosexuality was looked at very differently and was far less accepted, both within the entertainment industry and in America in general. I think Whitney had come along now versus then. You know, perhaps the course of her relationship with Robin would have transpired very, very differently. Also, you know, as we both know, Whitney a lot of flack with regards to her music, the type of music she released. She wasn't Black enough. maybe she was too white, and perhaps the way her music was critiqued then, her music might be critiqued differently now.
Yeah, can I just say, guys, that the film does touch on that too. Her struggles with being, she often felt that people, did not understand what she was trying to do with her music. They wanted to put her in a box, black music, white music. She railed against that. And let me just shout out before we end this with the actress who plays Whitney Houston, Naomi Ecki. Stanley Tucci plays Clive Davis. He's amazing, uncannily nails Clive Davis. But Naomi Ecki, who plays Whitney Houston, is phenomenal in the role. And they have access to the music since Clive is the executive producer. So you once again revisit. You guys will be singing every single song in this film as you're watching it, because it just brings back all those memories of how tremendous.
And as JP mentions, I mean, it sounds like there's so much in this movie that everyone will find something different, either 100%. To relate to or connect with on a different level.
100%.
Really fascinating. Thank you, Vlad. Thank you, JP Mangalindan, for talking with us about this. Appreciate you joining us from LA.